We're continuing our ABC series of real estate terms and we're on letter E. E is for 1031 exchange. 1031 exchange is a program put in place by the government that allows real estate investors to swap one property for another and defer paying property capital gains taxes. Now, this doesn't mean that they're actually swapping, like I'll trade you my property for yours, although that is a transaction that can happen and there is such a thing. By that, I mean that they sell one investment property to purchase another. Now, there are some rules that go with this. So there's lots of rules. There's a 200% rule, the 45-day rule. There's just lots of restrictions and lots of rules, but it's not that complicated. So for example, the 45-day rule says that you have to identify at least 3 properties prior to that 45 days. So if I go out and look at homes and I say, I could potentially buy one of these 3. You have to actually submit a list of those exact addresses, and that's all you have to choose from at that point. So you're on a time restriction. You also have to close those transactions within 180 days. So also very important that you and your real estate professional time it so that you can close those properties on time. Now, if you have situations like maybe an owner lives in it and they want to rent it back from you or something, you can do things like that, but you have to officially be the owner of that property by day 180. It's also really important to remember that it has to be equal or greater value. For example, if I'm the investor and I sell a property worth $500,000, then I have to buy at least $500,000 worth of properties. It doesn't mean that I have to buy one home for $500,000. I can buy 2 at $250 each, but it's very important that you meet at least that $500,000 in order to qualify for this program. Again, there are other restrictions. It's not incredibly difficult. It's something you can easily do, and it's a great program to take advantage of. So if you are a real estate investor, definitely speak to your real estate professional about this. With the 1031 exchange, I strongly recommend that you speak to your tax professional and your real estate professional to get all the guidelines to make sure that you don't do one thing wrong that could potentially put you in a place where you'd have to pay tax on capital gains sooner than you wanted to.